Good afternoon and greetings from the terrace of the beach house, Playa Bonita Beach Houses, Los Terrenos, Dominican Republic. Today we will be doing some work with the E6B. And so we set up a little flight that we would do with Flight School for You here in the Caribbean. We're going to go from Isla Grande in San Juan, Puerto Rico, to Samana El Catay in El Catay, Dominican Republic, Samana Province. And today's flight will be in a Cessna TTX, which is a fun airplane to fly. We'll be doing the flight at 12,500 feet because we are VFR westbound. And our route of flight will be Isla Grande to the Punta Cana VOR, direct to El Catay. And if you're following along and looking on the Caribbean 2 or on 4 flight, we're going to say that the restricted area by the Arroyo Barril Airport is not in use. So, for those of you who don't have a Caribbean 2 or 4 flight, in the description of the video will be the headings and the distances of our 2 legs. Out of the POH, we'll say a time to climb to 12,500 feet will be 11 minutes. We'll cover 20 nautical miles, and we will burn 6.5 gallons of fuel in the taxi, takeoff, run-up, climb. Okay? And we will say that at 12,000 feet, so we're flying in the Caribbean, we're coming off of a chart out of the POH that's 21 degrees warmer than standard. We're going to say that the airplane performance chart calls for 204 knots, true airspeed, 20 gallons per hour, which is pretty close to what that airplane would do under those conditions. Our forecasted winds aloft at 12,500 feet is 110 at 20 knots. We want to know how long the flight's going to take, how much fuel we plan to burn for our first part of our E6B challenge. Then we will pretend we're up in the air doing the flight, and we're going to do some problems with the E6B. Now, of course, this airplane has a fancy G2000 system, and it will give you most of the stuff that we are asking, but let's pretend that we have some red X's on some of the things that we'll be looking for here. And so we have to figure with what we have left on the E6B. Bonus points question will be, after you hear what the red X's are on, tell me what system has failed in the Garmin. So, first thing is, we're along that route from Isla Grande to the Punta Cana VOR. And we see that a magnetic course of 280 degrees holds a true course of 288 degrees. And we see that we are getting a ground speed of 215 knots in relation to our planned true airspeed of 204 knots. The question would be, where's the wind coming from? We want to compare it to our forecast. So, of course, I know that the Garmin would have a wind arrow, but let's say there's a red X over the wind arrow. Then our next figuring with the E6B will be, we're at our 12,500 feet. We have an outside air temperature of 12 degrees C. we are indicating 155 knots. What is our true airspeed? So, we'll give you a day to work out these problems, and we'll have a video showing how to figure these with the E6B, and then discussing some of the other things we talked about. See you then.